Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. This is part 2 of Bayern Munich hot takes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first one. I'm recording this one straight after the next one, so I haven't seen the response to it, but I'd be very surprised if it isn't positive response and a funny response either way. But yeah, big up to everyone. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. If you're going to enjoy, please do smash the thumbs up button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 2K. Yeah, man. Thank you for the constant support on the channel. And let's go. So, yeah, we're going to be doing, obviously, hot takes yet again. So, yeah, let me just go full screen because I need to actually go into the hot takes and get straight into this one, which would be this one being the first one. Again, remember to let me know what you guys think of the hot takes. Let me know what you think of my response of these hot takes, and let's carry on. So let's get into part 2 and let's go. So Adod, is that how you say your name? Adoc, shout out to you. Thank you for getting involved. Number one is that I don't think Ryan Gravenberch is actually good enough or has enough talent for our club. I think that's a hot take. Without a doubt, that's a hot take. Ryan Gravenberch most definitely has the talent, in my personal opinion. I think the problem is he doesn't help himself coming out into the media, whinging, moaning, and all of this. Without a doubt, that doesn't help. That never helps. But I can see why it's frustrating when you go from Ajax playing all the time to then not playing at all, really. So I get that, without a doubt. I understand where you're coming from, without a doubt. So, yeah, definitely a hot take. And I hope maybe he proves you wrong if you don't like him with his consistency going forward. Number 2 would be that all of our wingers have been underperforming / inconsistent since our Champions League. I can see where you're coming from. Without a doubt, I can see where you're coming from. I think the problem with Bayern Munich and their wingers is that we obviously had Sadio Mané. Obviously, you can't really say on him, so let's just put him to a side because obviously he wasn't in there. Gnabry definitely has been more inconsistent and got a little bit worse, but he's still there with the numbers. Kingsley Coman, I think, has got a little bit better, if I'm honest with you. And I think the problem is, I know a lot of them look bad, but they need to play off of a striker, and Bayern Munich don't have a striker. But I do exactly know where you're coming from, without a doubt. So yeah, shout out to you. Thank you for getting involved. The next one is coming from Camp. Is that how you say your name? I'm not going to read out your full name. Apologies. And that is that Muller is on the same level as Zizou, Zinedine Zidane, and Kaká. So for me, I think he's better than Kaká. That might be because I'm a Bayern Munich fan. And I didn't watch Kaká from the start of his career to the end, but I think he's just a baller. Kaká was a baller, but I think Thomas Muller is better. Again, maybe that's because I'm a biased Bayern Munich fan. I'm not sure. But without a doubt, I believe that Thomas Muller is better than Kaká, in my personal opinion. Zizou, I would have to disagree with. I love Thomas Muller. Thomas Muller is one of my favorite players of all time. But Zinedine Zidane was a different breed in itself. So yeah, without a doubt, I'd have to disagree with that one. Again, thank you though for getting involved in this. Without a doubt, thank you very much. Next one is from Ansar, saying Muller is on the same level like KDB and Modric, or probably is better and underrated as a footballer in general. Without a doubt, I would have to agree with this one. Thomas Muller will never get the recognition that Thomas Muller deserves to get, without a doubt. And that's a shame, but it's football. And the problem is with Kevin De Bruyne, with Luka Modric. Obviously, Luka Modric won a Ballon d'Or. I think he's a great midfielder, but I don't think he should have won the Ballon d'Or. Definitely not. And because Thomas Muller plays for Bayern Munich and plays in the Bundesliga, he will never get that recognition. One of them being the Premier League or Real Madrid. If you don't play for Real Madrid or in the Premier League, you don't get recognition. It doesn't matter if you play for Chelsea, doesn't matter if you play for City, Liverpool, Arsenal, whoever. If you're not in the Premier League and you're not playing for Real Madrid, nothing else matters. And that's just recognition. And I think it's disgusting, if I'm honest with you. But that's just how it is. And, it sucks. It really, really does suck, to be perfectly honest with you. You do have another one, though. And Ansar says, Kingsley Coman are one of Bayern's underrated wingers, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And again, shout out to you, Ansar. Thank you for getting involved, bro. Without a doubt, Kingsley Coman, he'll go down as a legend, without a doubt. Then we got one from Teaser V. Lewandowski is not a Bayern Munich legend, or while to be more specific, he won't be regarded as one the way Gerd Muller / Thomas Muller, Beckenbauer, Ribery and Robben and etc. will be, simply due to the fact of his cold demeanour and how he was always looking to leave Bayern and finally got his wish to move to Barcelona, despite having more goals than appearances, winning the treble, beating Gerd Muller's Bundesliga record, 41 goals in a season. He will never really be regarded as a legend per se, despite him obviously being one. And I get this one, without a doubt. I get him 100%. And I think that, you know what the problem is? I really, really believe this as well. I believe that Thomas Muller will get the recognition because he's German and because he has stayed with Bayern, and fingers crossed he stays and retires here. It'll be my fault now if he doesn't, touch wood and all of that, though. But I think if the fact that he didn't win a Ballon d'Or, I think is a major part of this. And if I'm honest with you, I know that the whole Haaland situation, talking to Haaland behind his back, maybe getting Haaland in as the replacement to Lewandowski, getting rid of Lewandowski, the protege, all of that bullshit. While Lewandowski was still at the club, he was talking to a different striker to be the main number 9. And I get that because that's disrespectful, without a doubt, from the club's point of view. I think he becomes sour. He become really, really sour after not winning that Ballon d'Or. And he should have had 2. Was that with Barca? No, it was with FC Bayern Munich. So, yeah, no, I know exactly where you're coming from. I think he is an absolute icon. He will be an icon in my view. Right now, he's a snake, but without a doubt, he will be an icon. What Lewandowski did for Bayern Munich was a different breed. That season where he scored 41 goals in a season, the season where he beat the record, he won the treble, like everything. He without a doubt, for me, is an icon of this football club. So yeah, there's that one. Again, thank you for getting involved. Ansar then comes in and says, Neuer is on the same level as Buffon and Van der Sar. To be honest with you, this isn't a hot take for me. I think he's better than both of them. I think Buffon is amazing, but never won the Champions League. Van der Sar, again, amazing. I'm not going to say he didn't win the Champions League, but he is fantastic. But Manuel Neuer changed the game for goalkeeping in general for me. Sweeper keeper, just the way that he just plays in general, his double saves, triple saves. I generally, and this is just my personal opinion, as you can see behind me, I'm a Bayern fan, and I have a Bayern channel which you're watching, and I'm wearing a Bayern kit. I'm a Bayern fan through and through, but I personally think he's the best goalkeeper of all time. I never watched Yashin, so maybe I shouldn't say that. I think he's better than Schmeichel. Maybe that's a hot take. I think he's better than Casillas. Maybe that's a hot take. Both of them are brilliant, fantastic goalkeepers. Buffon, so on. I think he's the best goalkeeper of all time. And that's, again, my personal opinion. Let me know what you think. Without a doubt. Ribery, Neuer, Ribery, Lewandowski and Muller should have won a Ballon d'Or, or and the most unluckiest players to play in the Bundesliga, because if they were in La Liga, they would have won it. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Again, I agree with this one. Without a doubt. The way that it is and the way that it, it's just annoying, to be honest. It's just annoying. It's really, really annoying, to be honest. And I have to agree with Ansar. I think Neuer should have won it. Robben maybe should have won it. But without a doubt, those 4 should have won it. But if you're going to go, like stone cold, Lewandowski should have won it and Ribery should have won it. So yeah. there's that. Then we go on to the next one. Thank you, Ansar, again, bro. Couple more. We definitely could have beat City if we had Levy or Kane. Yeah, and this one again, I don't think it's a hot take. I think all we were lacking in last year's Champions League was a striker. If we have a striker, we have more goals. We smashed PSG without a striker. We smashed Barcelona without a striker. We actually beat the finalists in Inter Milan without a striker, I believe, I want to say. So yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, thank you so much, Henry, bro. And big up to you, man. Big up to you. Next one. Okay, Bob, you've gone a bit mad here. I could be a better winger for Bayern than Sane. I have to disagree with that one. I know where you're coming from, though. He is very inconsistent. Tolisso at the moment is better than Goretzka at the moment. I don't think so. I don't think Tolisso's but his highest thing is better than Goretzka. I know where you're coming from, though, because Goretzka does look really, really bad. Sane was the worst Bayern purchase in the last 10 years, quickly followed by Renato Sanchez. I actually think Lucas Hernandez was the worst Bayern Munich signing in the last 10 years, as we brought him in. He was injury prone. He then left us, snaked us, screwed all over the fans over, wants to say thank you, blah, 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 fuck you. So yeah, no, I'd have to go with that. Then he goes on to say Robben is top 3 wingers of all time. Right wingers, I'd have to agree with that. Again, I don't think that's a hot take for me. I think George Best is number 1. I think Ian Robben could be number 2 or 3. It depends where you put him. Obviously, you've got Jarzinho. Obviously, you've got the other Brazilian that I can't think of. Jarzinho. Who's the other Brazilian? Jarzinho. Oh, there's another Brazilian that I can't think of. And I never watched them. Garnacha. Is that his name? I never watched either one of those Brazilians, so I don't know. So I'd put him 2 or 3 for me personally. Then he goes on to say De Ligt last season was best out and out centre back on the planet. I think he was the 3rd best, if I'm honest with you. I think Ruben Diaz, from what he did, and John Stones really, really showed their quality for Manchester City, and unfortunately, I would love to agree with you, but I have to say otherwise. And then Bayern Munich is the 2nd biggest club of all time. Unfortunately, again, I have to disagree. I love you so much, Bob. You're you're like a bro to me. And then no homo, of course, but in general, you're really, really sick. But I have to disagree. Barcelona and Manchester United are, I would say, bigger. I would say we were 3rd or 4th in that list. And shout out to you, Bob, as always. You're like a brother to me, man. So yeah, there was that. Next up, we've got one from Kaiserin, I believe is how you say your name. Shout out, thank you so much. Thomas Muller is the GOAT and is better than Messi. I just got to say no to that, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Like, no. Just no. Even though I love Thomas Muller, no. But yeah, that is definitely a hot take, without a doubt. And then last one, Lewandowski was overrated and Kane will be better than him. No, I disagree. I think what Lewandowski did in one season, what Lewandowski did with the treble, what Lewandowski did with that game where he scored all of 5 goals in 9 minutes, Kane wouldn't do that. So I have to disagree. But yeah, big up to everyone. Hope you guys are all doing well. I love you all so much. Massive, massive, massive thank you to you all. Smash the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you for the constant support. You're like a family to me. Yeah, without further ado, that was part 2 of the hot takes. Let me know what you guys think. And until then, Mia San Mia.